here. The new generation of smart riders. And they ride with Honda's advanced smart technology. They are Gen S.
Ride with us.
The new generation of smart riders. Ride smart with Honda.
Motorcycle News is brought to you by
Mga siklistas, ako nga pala si Mr. Mel Aquino.
At ako nga pala si Titan Hawk.
At ito ang
Motorcycle News Talk Show.
mga siklistas, ako si Mel Aquino.
Ako si Titan Hawk.
Ako si Telly Buhay.
At ito ay Motorcycle News Talk Show. Happy New Year mga papi.
Happy New Year sa iyo,
Happy New
papi.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Ayan, so kamusta ang New Year nyo?
At bago natin magkamustahan, binabati muna natin ang lahat ng mga televiewers natin, lahat ng mga siklista natin yan. Happy New Year sa inyong lahat.
Happy New Year,
Oo. So Papa Mel, nagpaputok ka ba kagabi?
Ay naku, ang dahil kong pinaputok. Oh, lalo yung mga plapla,
Naku,
tilapia.
bawal yun.
Ay, yung tilapia, pinaputok na isda.
Pinaputok
Medyo
na
masarap
isda.
sa
Kala ko
ano
yung
eh,
paputok,
oo.
bawal yun
Yun
eh.
naman yung maliwanag.
Oo nga. Well, anyways, dun sa ating news and events nga pala, mga paps, pag-uusapan natin dito yung PRF gift giving ride. Ayan, so kasama natin ang mga Parañaque Riders Federation. Makikita po natin yan sa news and events.
At syempre, ipapakilala rin natin ang ating biker family. Yan ang nag-iisang Alberto family.
Yan, the family of champions.
At para sa ating feature club, ipapakilala namin sa inyo kung sino ba ang ATAT o ang Anytime,
All the time. At syempre, ipapakilala rin natin ang isa sa mga matitinik sa advertising. Yan ang JM Mirasol Advertising.
Yep. At syempre, Self-Defense 101 featuring Mr. Gene B. Ulat.
At sa ating food and tour, nagpunta naman tayo sa Casablanca Hotel.
At pagdating naman sa bike review, nireview natin ang dalawang klase ng motorsiklo, ang Harley Davidson Street 750 at ang Kymco Agility 125. Kaya mga siklistas,
Sit back
Relax.
and
enjoy the show!
Yee!
mga siklawista, para sa ating news and events, pumunta tayo sa Parañaque at kasama natin doon ang Parañaque Riders Federation kung saan ginawa yung kakaibang gift giving nila. Para sa kabuuan detalye, panoorin nyo to.
Proyekto po ito ng Eskwela de San Lorenzo Ruiz dito sa Parañaque. Joint project po ng Parañaque Riders Federation.
Ano ang naging preparations natin para may sakatuparan itong Adapt a Child?
So, ang ginawa namin, kumuha ng 100 na mga bata, less fortunate dito sa iba't ibang barangay ng Parañaque. At ang mangyayari po, isasakay namin yung mga bata. Siyempre, first of all, kailangan safe sila. So, may mga helmet po sila. Dinala namin sila sa City Hall para mag-courtesy call kay Mayor Edwin Olivares. And then, pinalik namin sila ngayon dito sa Eskwela de San Lorenzo para naman ngayon mag-enjoy. At nakita naman po natin na maraming mga regalo silang makatanggap mula po sa mga estudyante at sa pamunuan po ng San Lorenzo Ruiz.
Ano pong pangalan pong school natin?
Eskwela de San Lorenzo Ruiz.
Mama, this is the first time po ba na nag-host tayo ng ganitong event?
Actually, this is an annual event for the high school department wherein meron kami pinatawag na Adapt a Child program na we get 100 to 150 children. Dinadala namin sila dito. Binibigyan namin sila ng party. Yan po, katulad niyan. And then, we let our children, the high school, na to adopt at least one. This is the first time na meron kaming coordination sa motorcycle group. So, every year it's a learning experience bago ng bago.
So maraming salamat po, ma'am. Thank you very much po.
Marami na pong mga naging proyekto ang Parañaque Riders Federation. Isa lang po ito sa pagbibigay ng charity. First of all, number 1 po talaga yung charity or social responsibility natin within Parañaque. Itong pagbibigay po ng mga ganitong klase ng mga regalo or pamaskong handog sa mga bata po.
So congratulations po. Yeah! Balik sa inyo mga siklistas!
Ayan kitang-kita natin mga televiewers, talagang napakaganda yung mga hangarin ng mga taga Parañaque. At syempre, Papa Mel, ano ba yung naging experience mo doon?
Well, napansin ko rin na maganda yung naging experience ng mga bata. Kasi from the Bahay Ampunan, naka-ride sila, naka-experience sila mag-backride. Pero nakita mo na natin yung safety pa rin, yung mga riders o yung mga bata na backride, ay pinagsuot pa rin natin ng helmet.
Yung tama naman yun.
Yes, exactly.
So, Parañaque Riders Federation, saludo kami sa inyo.
Hey, let's go shopping.
Again?
Yes,
Why?
I need a new dress.
We just bought one.
But I want to add more.
Add?
Yes, dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Address!
Let's go.
Para naman sa Self-Defense 101, kasama natin si Jean B. Ulag para ipakilala sa inyo kung sino ang ating magiging guest. Pasok, Papa Jean!
Hello guys, my name is Jean Bulag and welcome to Self-Defense 101. Ito pong guest ko ngayon, isa sa mga agamulak ng martial arts community. Philippine Martial Arts Hall of Famer, IKMF Philippine Chief Instructor, Mr. Dindo De Jesus. Sir, welcome po sa Motorcycle.
Thank you.
Show Self-Defense 101.
Thank you sa lahat.
Sir, konting information lang. Kailan po kayo nahilig sa martial arts?
Actually, syempre nung bata tayo may mga martial arts na sa
Ako,
school.
karating din ako.
Pero hindi talaga ako nag-martial arts nung bata.
Na traditional.
Hindi. Hanggang na-introduce ako sa Krav Maga.
Okay, bigyan mo nga kami sila ng brief history nitong Krav Maga. Ang alam ko lang, galing siya sa Israel. Yun lang.
So, ang Krav Maga, yung Hebrew word siya which means contact combat.
Okay.
So, technically, it's a self-defense system. Hindi siya martial arts Oo, so galing siya sa Israel. Siya yung official fighting system ng mga IDF, ng mga law enforcement, military sa Israel. Tsaka almost madaming country, almost lahat ng
Okay, so sa Pilipinas, kayo silang may hawak ng Krav Maga.
Sa Philippines, ako yung country director ng International Krav Maga Federation, yung pinaka-federation na binuo ng mismong developer ng Krav Maga sa Israel, si Emil Lechenfield. At sa Asia, ako yung regional director.
Asian regional director, napakabigat ng posisyon mo, sir, ha?
Bigat talaga.
Parang ako, Jollibee lang ang posisyon ko, Pero sir, itong layunin ng Self-Defense 101 ay bigyan ng awareness yung mga rider and commuter para dun sa mga senaryong hindi mo akalain darating bigla sa'yo. And we're back. Ito na po yung portion na ipapakita ni Sir Dino ng IKMF ang paglaban sa kutsilyo. Totoong kutsilyo to. Totoong kutsilyo. Sir, take the floor.
Okay, so ang problem is may tumutok ng kutsilyo sa'yo, tapos nakaharap ka sa kanya. Oo, ngayon syempre kung simple hold up, bigay mo lang ngayon, kung kailangan natin lumaban, then ito yung technique.
Talayo. Okay, yun po yung defense sa kutsilyo. At papaliwanag po yan, step by step, Mr. Dino.
Okay, so first, yung knife malalim sa katawan. Of course, siyempre, makapag-usap ka sa kanya kung hold up lang, simple hold up lang. Then, bigay mo yung gamit mo. Ngayon, if carjacking or nanakawin yung magandang motor or home invasion, inuutusan ako pumasok sa bahay din kailangan lumaban. So, first movement mo, yung same hand, sa attacking hand, same side, ika-grab ko yung wrist. So, pinupush ko yung knife away sa katawan ko. And at the same time, pag-push ng knife, ilalayo ko yung katawan ko sa knife. If malakas, especially si Sir, and hindi may tulak yung kamay, then yung body natin, yung body defense, masusolve yung problema. Ngayon, ang pinaka-crucial dito is yung counter-attack. Pagka-grab ng wrist, pagka-alis ng katawan ko, then ipapunch ko kagad yung chin. Ngayon, if babae or smaller na tao, pwedeng i-heel of the palm. Ang heel papunta sa chin, yung palm papunta sa nose, yung finger papunta sa eyes. So pag grab ko ng wrist, pag alis ko ng katawan ko, yung body defense, hand and body, tapos punch. Okay. Second doon is controlling ko yung hand. Kasi pwedeng kuhanin ng kabilang kamay, pwedeng kuhanin yung knife. So hahawakan ko siya mabuti. Ngayon, if babae naman, hindi kayang i-grip, especially pag malaki yung kamay, pwede namang i-choke yung kamay. Okay, so nakita yung choke. Ito yung number 1, number 2 is this. Next is if na-double hand ko na, i-kick groin ko na. So this leg, yung kicking yung groin. So mag-bend siya and mag-extend yung hand. Tapos, normally, hinahatak ng atake niya, nakasailin ko yung knife hahatakin niya. Paghatak niya, push mo lang yung knife sa kanya, then, takbo na.
Push yung knife para yung momentum din.
Patulak lang para tumayo siya, anytime na para tumayo.
Okay, kita niyo po, napakasimple lang. Kahit siguro grade 6, kaya gawin yun Diba, dali lang? Sir, kung gusto nyo lang sumali sa IKMF, paano po nila kayo makuha?
May number kami, 0917-894-2728 and nasa Facebook rin kami, International Krav Maga Federation Philippines. May website kami, kravmaga-ikmf.ph and kontakin lang kami, may center kami sa Tech-Tide Building, sa may FTX Tordesillas Street, meron kami sa Planet Infinity, sa Quezon City, Treston College sa Eldaport.
Thank you, Sir Lito, at maraming salamat po. Salamat po, sir. Alam mo, sir, salamat din po kay Sir Johan ng Like Owners Society. Laki. Sa susunod po ulit, abangan niyo po yung ating surprise instructors and practitioners. Dito lang po sa Self-Defense 101.
Ayan nga po. Ayan po si Mr.
Dindo De Jesus.
Ayan, siya po ay ang
Krav Maga Master.
Krav Maga. So, yung Krav ba yun o Grab?
Krav.
Krav. So, ibig sabihin, pag Krav, Grav, or ito yung parang pagkakimbawa.
Crab.
Krav. As in V, as in V, as in V.
Kasi ibang crab yun nasa isip
crab.
ko.
Masarap kayo sa kainin nyo.
Actually, ito yung self-defense na ginagamit sa Israel.
Ayan. So, talagang
malupit yan.
buti na lang, may mga kasama tayong master pagdating sa self-defense 101. So sa aming pagbabalik, papakilala naman namin sa inyo ang Alberto family, the family of champions. Kayo Alice, babalik kami.
Here. The new generation of smart riders. And they ride with Honda's advanced smart technology. They are Gen S.
Ride with us.
The new generation of smart riders. Ride smart with Honda.
Welcome back mga siklubistas. Para sa ating featured biker family, makikilala natin ang Alberto family. Ito yung mga pamilya ng mga racers.
Mga riders.
So, panoorin natin to.
Good evening, Ciclistas. My name is Mel Aquino and I'm right now with Mr. Toti Alberto, the CEO of Ducati Philippines. Good evening, Sir Toti.
Good evening, Mel.
Good evening.
Happy
Good
New Year
evening,
to you.
Ma'am Joy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ma'am Joy, can you introduce me the members of the family?
Of course, on my side, this is my husband. My very loving husband. And then, eldest son namin, TJ. Say hi, TJ. And then followed by my very beautiful daughter, Justine.
Our number one daughter.
Our one and only.
One and only.
And Troy. And Tom. And our baby, Taco. Our future rider.
Ayan. So, the Alberto family is considered as the champion family. So, because most of the riders, TJ, Sir Toti himself is the champion rider from off-roading, motocross, up to circuit racing. So, Sir Toti, being the CEO of the Ducati Philippines, how did the business started?
Oh, well, we started way back. Actually, we started business from off our house. You need to be competitive. You start with your gear, parts for your bike. So I was just like, it was more for my personal consumption. But during those days, people would approach you and ask for help, ask for parts, ask for technical advice or whatever they would need. And then I said, wow, we're serving the whole racing community. So might as well, we could make this into it turned into a business. From a hobby to a hobby business to a real business. That's what we're doing now.
Alright. So, for the family, what is the usual family bonding activity? Aside, of course, when you were with them in the racetrack. So, what activities are you doing now? After racing or before racing? So,
before racing?
Activities?
For mga hindi nagre-ride, we love to watch movies, eat out, yan mga favorite namin doon.
What advice can you give to the families out there who are thinking of getting into racing? Okay, let's start with the father first.
It's a really good experience, especially if your family is behind it, if your partner is behind it. It makes the family closer, and it's something special that it's hard to explain unless you're into it.
And Ma'am Joy, as a mom, what advice will you give to your nanay rin na nasa racing mirror?
Once you're at the track and once your kids into racing, you are not just their mom, you're already their coach and you're the team manager. They derive moral support from you. If it's their passion, I think what you can do is give your support. That's all you can do. For me, whatever my kids would like to do, I will support them 100%.
Okay, have got this video na yung crush ni TJ is talagang medyo grabe yung kalat niya.
Siyempre lumabas yung pagka-mom ko doon. Doon sa umpisa, siyempre tumakbo ako, grabe. Pero pagdating ko doon, nakita ko naman okay naman siya.
To be the number one supporter.
Yes.
Okay, for kids, what's the best gift that you can give to your parents that money can't buy?
I think in terms of racing, it would be successful in racing, like to be a champion, of course, for not just for the brand Ducati, but also for my parents. Because of course, they've been supporting me for so many years. And parang sayang naman yung support nila sa akin if I just throw it away, diba?
Yes. Alright, so si ate, what do you want to give to your parents?
I think something really important you can give them is to show that you're really happy because they support you all the time and everything that you do. So it's good that you show that you really appreciate how they support you.
Thank you, Justin.
And what about the younger brother?
I think I just want to like pay back the support that they've given because I've been riding for almost a decade now, and it's not been easy for me or for them. So like in the racing aspect, like maybe like bring them championships because they've been like supporting me for my whole career. So like bring that to them, and also like to just support them in any way I can.
Yeah. So, ikaw naman?
I can pay them back with my love.
Good answer.
So, for the closing question, and this will be a very, very hard question. What is the legacy of Mr. Toti Alberto?
Being a racer, I was able to introduce a lot of new things to the racing community. I want to continue on sharing my knowledge, and hopefully we can pay it forward to the next generations of racers so that everybody gets faster, everybody gets better. That's it's the only way I can pay back the sport.
So, Sir Toti, Happy New Year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time, Ma'am Joy.
Thank
you very much for the kids. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Oh, ayan mga papi, nakita nyo naman ang bangis ng ating Alberto family.
Sabi nga nila, that family that race together stays together.
Ayan. So kaya mga siklistas, yan po ang Alberto family, the family of champions.
So ngayon, kasama naman natin ang isang kakaibang mga riders. Sila yung mga tinatawag na atat o yung
anytime,
all the time.
Kaya mga siklista, panoodin nyo to.
Yee!
Good evening mga sikluista. We are now here at the Christmas party and we have as guest Mr. Jay Carrion. Happy New Year, Sir Jay.
Happy New Year to you.
How are you?
I'm very good right now, still sober. We just started our Christmas party, so hopefully we'll last through the whole night.
Okay, for the televiewers' sake po, may we know how ATAT started?
Well, basically, the group started in 2012, 4 or 5 founding members. That's Teddy Lim, Kiko Bernardo, Elton Ong, Abet Matias, Mike Torres, and Colonel Benji Ladra.
So the club is still growing, and as of now, as we speak, how many members do you have in the club?
Currently, we only have about 27 members, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody to join ATAT, you cannot just apply actually. You actually have to be invited by an existing member. So our rule is, out of the 27 members, if one applicant is denied by one member, we follow the one member. So he cannot or will not enter the group. Basically, it's one for all or all for one. So that's how we do it. That's why Atat is a very, very close-knit group. Our brotherhood, friendship, camaraderie goes beyond motorcycle. We do ride our motorcycles every weekend. Apart from that, we also have mountain bikes, supercars, any extreme sport we would actually want to try.
So we may say it's a family organization or it's family club already, more than a family.
I think it's more like a family. We treat each other like brother and sisters. All our families know each other. And basically, for me, personally, we have this saying that Atat above any other. Meaning your priority is always your group mate. And so far, it has helped us survive for more than 10 years.
What are the normal activities or bonding of Atat?
Usually, we see each other every Thursday, every week. Then we have our General Assembly every first Thursday of every month. But if we had our way, we'd probably see each other every day. Atat, I believe, is the only motorcycle club in Manila that has an all-European sports bike lineup. It's not because we don't like the Japanese. It just so happens that we all share the same passion for European cars and bikes. So it just happened like that. But how do you say, maybe, you never know, 3-4 years from now, we might switch brands. But currently, right now, majority of us are using Ducatis right now. Yeah.
So, sir, for the sake of our televiewers, may we know what's the meaning of Atat?
It stands for anytime, all the time. That catchphrase means it was signal number 3 once, we still went up to Baguio. Friday to Sunday was pissing rain, we still did it. So basically, it started from the Filipino term, Atat na Atat. That's why, Motorcycle Club. Our hashtag for 2015-2016 is Ride Atat. That's why you see that in the background, because of social media. We're also very active in the social media scene.
May we know what's your New Year's resolution for 2016 since it's January 1?
My New Year's resolution, I would advise every motorcycle rider out there. The name of the game is addition. So I'm adding a new motorcycle to my collection. I just set up a Ducati Scrambler, converted it into a cafe racer. So I'm adding a motorcycle. That's my New Year's resolution.
Okay, anything you wanted to impart to our televiewers, to the riders right now, pa?
It's the start of a new year. Wish everyone would ride safely. Remember, you dress for the crash, not for the ride. That's why always wear your protective gear.
Thank you so much, Sir Jay. And we hope to see you soon again on your activities. Thank you.
You know, mga sikluwista talagang nakakabilib at nakakabangha yung kanilang mga bike na mga ginagamit.
At syempre, nagsimula itong Atat way back years pa. Ilang taon na nakakaraan. So, isa sila sa mga pinakamatagal na rider club na talagang hanggang ngayon ay talagang going strong pa rin.
Oh, tsaka papi, kaya talagang sinabing anytime, all the time, pinaninindigan nila yon.
Oo, kahit
pag sinabi nilang ganitong oras, ganitong araw, magra-ride talaga yung mga
yan. Syempre. So, yan po ang Atat, anytime,
all the time. Ngayon, bibisitahin naman natin mga papi, no, ay isa sa mga kilala sa mundo ng advertising.
Yeah.
Yan yung shop ni Sir Jun Mirasol.
Ayan.
So, kinatawag na JM Mirasol Advertising. Ayan. So, mga sikliwista, panoodin nyo to.
Kasama po natin ngayon ng iba kundi ang may-ari or the proprietor of the JM Mirasol, Sir Jun. Magandang lalaki po kayo, Sir Jun.
Yes, good evening, Mel. Nice to see to have me here at the Motorcycle News Magazine.
Well, kasama po natin dito sa ating usapan ay ang inyong anak na si Sir Jover. So, Sir Jover, magandang lalaki po kayo, Sir Jover.
Magandang gabi sa lahat ng Motorcycle News Talk.
Okay, so Sir Jun, regarding sa JM Mirasol, ang JM Mirasol is, kailan po ba nag-start itong business natin, sir?
Actually, JM Mirasol is almost more than 25 years na yun. Since 19... Kasi mas matanda pa kay Juber.
Kay Juber, 1987?
Something like that. Medyo ano eh.
Doon sa haba. So basically, ano po yung mga produkto ng JM Mirasol? Yung nag-start po tayo?
Nung nag-start, alam mo, nung time na yun kasi wala pang computer. So lahat kinakamay. So,
handmade lahat.
Yung sticker, inuukit ng kamay.
Ng kamay.
Tapos yung Yung dati streamer ang tawag, ngayon tarpaulin na.
Tarpaulin na,
Ginugit ng kamay.
oo.
Yung billboard, ngayon digital na. Dati, kinakamay din.
Kinakamay din.
Oo, so, lahat, kumbaga, kamay ang ginagamit.
Pero kasi nakikita natin dati yung mga pelikula, i-drawing lang din yan di ba? Ngayon
Yes,
talagang mga nakikita nila, itsurang actual na tao na talaga yung image So, ano po yung sinimulan nyo nun? Kailan kayo nag-stickers? Kailan kayo nagkaroon ng more on signage?
Actually, nag-start ako dun nga sa mga billboards. Tapos, alam mo yung mga PUJs,
mga jeepneys.
stickers, jeepneys, diba? Yung Saraw. I think, Milford. Yes.
Actually, yung Milford Motors, mga kaibigan kayo sa Grandpa, ididikit nila yung nakikita ko, dinidikit nila puro mga sticker. Tapos, dadaanan lang ng sketch. Then maya cutter na. Then maya habang inaangat na yung sticker, nagkakakwarte na. Ayun.
So, ano yun? Kumbaga, pulso or siyempre, sinasama ng konting determination. Diba?
Pagiging artwork niya.
Yung POJ, pag lumabas sa kasa, minsan, wala pang art.
Wala pa.
Depende sa gusto ng may-ari kung ano paggawa, may dala-dala. May sketch lang, ballpen lang, o ganito ba gusto nyo? Yan, minsan may dalang kopyahan. So, gano'n, mano-mano lahat sa madaling salita.
So, ang time na rin na yun, you are now offering services like wrapping ng mga stickers na motor naman.
Yeah, actually, nag-evolve na. Siyempre, dumating na yung computer. Tapos, nagkaroon mga scanner. So, may layout na. Na-develop na ngayon nung sumunod computer cut na.
Computer cut na.
Kinakat mo ng kamay, kino-computer na. Cut na. Then, tuloy-tuloy na yun. Hanggang sa, nandiyan na si Juber. Nakapag-develop na kami ng other product na nagsusut na ngayon, pwede na doon sa market natin, sa mga rider natin.
Well, Juber, yung time na nung napasok ka sa JMR, you're also in racing.
Yes, sir. Apo.
When did you start riding a motorcycle?
Actually, nag-start ako 2004.
2004.
Biyahe-biyahe lang muna kami noon. Then, hanggang sa nakapanood ng race, sabi, kaya ko rin to, parang masarap subukan kasi napunta kami sa racing.
So actually, the racing is also a marketing tool. No? So advertising din po siya. So nagamit ba ng gusto ang advantage ng racing for JM Aerosol business?
Opo, nagamit naman po siya kasi siyempre marami tayong naging kaibigan sa industriya, sa racing motorcycle industry. And then, doon din namin na-promote yung decals. Sa sticker wrapping.
Tama.
Nasubukan namin siya sa motor namin, mismo sa mga race bike namin. Maganda siya kasi imbis na magpa-paint kami, kada magka-crash or something.
Anong position na hinahandle mo yan sa JM Aerosol?
Sa ngayon po, minamanage ko yung graphic and printing department, which is yung graphics nga po.
Yung graphics?
Decals sa mga motorcycle, sa sakyan.
Sir June, Sir Juber, saan po natin makikita ang JM Aerosol?
JM Aerosol po is located sa Manila, Valenzuela City. Kung para po mas meron po kaming fan page. Like nyo lang po sa www.facebook.com/JMAerosol.
Ayan. So, tama-tama. Ang JM Aerosol, they are catered to all advertising needs, mapa-module, mapa-tent, mapa-billboard, mapa-signage. JM Aerosol ang pwede niyong puntahan na tindahan. So, maraming salamat po, Sir June.
Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, Juber. So, balik sa inyo, mga siklistas.
So yan mga siklista, nakita naman natin yung mga iba't ibang klaseng mga merchandise, mga ginagawa ni Sir June sa kanyang shop.
So hindi lang stickers, hindi lang signage, at hindi lang basta mga tarpaulin. Pati mga decals na motorsiklo nyo, kayang gawin ni JM Aerosol.
Mga Panaflex.
Siya rin ang gumagawa niyan. At saka mga riders dyan, kaya kung gusto nyo magpadikal sa kanya, punta lang kayo sa shop niya at alam kong maganda ang kanyang mga presyo dyan. Hindi kayo mapapahiya dyan.
At syempre, binabati ko rin si Juver Aerosol, isa rin sa mga riders ng, naging rider yan, racing team ng JM Aerosol. Kaya, para sa inyo, congratulations and keep up the good work.
Take me.
Follow your heart. Follow your beat. Honda Beat. Let your beat out.
Para sa ating food and tour, nagpunta tayo sa Casablanca Hotel. Panoorin nyo to.
Mga Squistas, nandito tayo ngayon sa Casablanca Hotel. Tara, tingnan natin kung ano meron sa loob. Pasok tayo. Mga Squistas, nga pala si Mr. Malakinot. Nandito tayo ngayon sa Casablanca Hotel, dito po sa Subic Bay. Kasama po natin ngayon ang front desk assistant, walang iba kundi si Mr. Alex Johnston Tamayo. Magandang lalaki po kay sir. Okay, so Sir Alexis, tell us about Casablanca.
Casablanca Hotel and Condominium Bar and Restaurant is managed by a Norwegian citizen. So Casablanca is a condo hotel design with unique features not often found in some hotels. It has 3-story breeze tower. The pool bar is located below the tower to give guests a chance to enjoy, and the restaurant that serves local and international cuisines.
Ano ba yung mga rooms na available dito sa Casablanca?
We have a hotel type of room, which is the standard, good for 2 persons. And we have also a family room, which is good for 4 person po. Then, mostly of our rooms here at Casablanca is condominium type. So, we have 2 types of condo type. The condo deluxe, which have 1 bedroom, which is good for 4 also. There's a kitchen, a living area, and a bathroom. And we also have a bigger one, which is the Condo Supreme, good for 6-person room. And the difference between the Condo Deluxe and the Condo Supreme is the Condo Supreme is a 2-bedroom unit and located at the 3rd floor.
Pang family outing talaga, napakaganda na itong mga rooms na ino-offer nyo. So, ano ba yung mga mode of transportation para marating natin ang Casablanca?
Kung taga Manila po kayo, pwede po silang pumunta sa mga bus terminals po. Mostly is Victory, maganda po, is Olonga po via SFX. So 2 hours lang po yung from Manila, makakarating na po kagad sila dito sa Olonga po. And pwede po silang mag-ride ng taxi just sa Casablanca Hotel and dadrop po sila dito.
Where is Casablanca located?
Casablanca Hotel is located along Argonaut Highway po, so the Bay Freeport Zone. So madali lang po kami makikita kasi along the highway lang.
Please invite our cyclistas out there kung paano nila makukontak ang Casablanca.
Just dial 047-252-1996 and we also have cell phone numbers 0908-136-3611 and 0905-575-1797. And you can contact us also at our Facebook account, Casablanca Hotel Subic Bay. You can follow us also on Twitter, Casablanca Hotel Subic. And we also have an Instagram, Casablanca Condominium.
So mga Squistas, kung meron kayong gustong puntahan na babiyahe tayo sa Subic Bay, Casablanca Hotel, dito lang yan. Alexis, thank you very much. Balik sa inyo mga Squistas.
Ayan mga papi, nakita nyo kung pupunta tayong Subic, mayroong magandang lugar.
Alam na natin kung saan tayo pupunta.
Sa Casablanca Hotel.
Actually, yan yung sa may Subic Bay, di ba? Maraming magagandang puntahan dyan. Kaya maganda yung pwesto ng Casablanca, malapit yun sa Subic.
Subic.
So, meron din tayong malapit na pupuntahan ng mga campsite, mga picnic grounds. Sa tabi nga lang ng kalsada, meron ng isang pwesto na pwede na tayong mag-hangout.
Uy, maganda yan. Kailangan puntahan natin yan.
Yeah.
The future is coming. Join the evolution.
Mga siklistas, ako si Mel Aquino at nandito tayo ngayon sa Coffee Talk. Kasama naman natin ngayon ang mga Ducatista na walang iba kundi si Kuya Raleigh Zamora and a celebrity rider, walang iba kundi si Dominic Roque. Ayan. So magandang lalaki kayo. Good evening.
Good evening everyone.
Good evening everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So we start the year right with the Ducatista on board the Coffee Talk. Ayan. Nandito tayo ngayon sa Ducati showroom, no? So Dominic, you were started riding pa lang sa Ducati nung ilang taon ka na nung nag-start kang magmotor muna?
Siguro mga 13 or 14 years old ako.
13, 14 years. Your first motorcycle is?
Honda na Dio.
Na Dio.
Yeah, kasi may scooter kami sa bahay. So, yun yung pinapagamit ng daddy namin sa loob ng subdivision.
Oh, this is a scooter na two-stroke, no? So, ito yung mga unang motorsiklo na scooter na nakikita natin sa market.
Magamit pa ng
Tutti oil. Ayan, yung iba usok.
Ayan, lagay pa.
Ayan, so you started riding motorcycle at the age of 13, 14.
Yeah.
Then, what's your first Ducati bike?
My first Ducati bike was 1098.
1098.
Yeah, 2011 model.
Sir Raleigh, speaking about Ducati, no? Yeah. Kailan nagsimula ang Ducati? Anong unang ginawa nilang produkto bukod sa motorsiklo? Ano yung pinagsimula ng Ducati?
Ducati, ang unang binenta ng Ducati is probably a transistor radio.
Transistor radio. Ginawa nila nung siguro mga 19, you have any idea of the year it started?
Guessing maybe in that 40s, I don't know.
Yeah, late 40s. Tapos unang motor na ginawa ng Ducati?
Ang unang motor na ginawa ng Ducati is more like a bisikleta.
Na may engine.
May balit na engine.
It's called Cuchulo.
Cuchulo. So parang ang pagkakaintindi ko, yung Cuchulo is pinangalan nila sa aso or parang poodle.
Yes.
So they started on making transistor radio, now they're on motorcycles na talaga.
Yeah.
So the support na ginagawa ng mga riders, for example, you're racing na rin.
Racing, yeah. This year ako nag-start ng racing. And then next year again meron ulit Ducati Cup. So I'm joining again.
Ayun. So Ducati Cup started 2015
Ducati
or
Cup
2014?
started maybe about 4 years ago.
So ngayon magkakaroon din kayo ng mga tinatawag na DRE or yung tinatawag na Ducati Riding Experience. So pag-usapan natin yung Ducati Riding Experience. Nung nag-start ka kasi is una nakabili ka ng bike, then paano ka natuto ng basic?
Nag-start ako mag-big bike mga 2010. Mga 600cc, tapos laging sa puro road bike lang, hindi pa ako nagtatrack. So, dun ako nasanay mag-big bike, mga mabibilis, ganito ganyan. So, nung binili ko yung bike ko last year, 2014, yung 1098, dun ako nag-ride ko sa mga Marilake.
Which is so yung papunta Marikina road, no?
So, dun nag-start ako dun, kasama ko yung mga friends ko. Akala ko parang magaling na ako. Kasi nakakasabay ako sa kanila, hindi ako naiiwan, ang bilis ko, ganito ganyan. After siguro mga 4 rides, yung ika-5th namin na ride, going home, na-aksidente ako ng major crash talaga.
Okay.
So, nung na-aksidente ako, sinabi ko dun sa mga kaibigan ko. And then, I have a friend na Ducati owner also. Sinabi niya sa akin na sumama ako sa kanila sa track. Na tuturuan nila ako ng mga basic na safety sa road, ganito ganyan. So, nung sumama ako sa kanila, lahat pala ng alam ko about riding sa road, puro mali pala. Like, nag-change ako ng gear sa corner, nagbe-brake ako sa corner, lahat pala yun mali. So, nung nag-track ako, doon ako mas natuto talaga. Nang sobrang daming kailangan talaga sa pag-ride.
Then you mentioned you enrolled in California Superbike School.
I enrolled this year, nag-enroll ako nung February. So next year, I did parang level 1, 2, 3.
So, maganda yung gano'n, ano? Merong training talaga na nangyayari.
Of course. Kailangan alam mo yung fundamentals on riding the bike.
So, let's talk about the touring rides. For example, the Monster Day, kailan ito mangyayari?
Started 6 years ago, happens every Feb.
Every February.
First or second week of February. Monster Day is all about the Ducati Monster, which is yun yung pinaka-iconic brand ng Ducati, the Monster.
The trellis frame,
the
standard handling.
The standard-looking bike. Yun ang bumuhay sa Ducati, yun ang bumuhay sa Ducati. It's still one of our best-selling bikes.
Best-selling bikes. Okay, we talk about the Diavel Day naman. This is happening on anong month?
Usually around July.
July.
Yeah. Title lang na yung iba, pero you all see the same faces.
Kumbaga, may Monster siya, meron Javel, may Pinigale. Okay, so we talk about the Monster, we talk about the Javel. Ano naman ang Scrambler?
The Scrambler is a born-free ride.
Yes.
You buy a Scrambler, you're like back in the 70s.
Cool. Ganun lang. For this year, starting January 1, is the start of 2016. What will you see your career for racing?
Siguro mas magiging challenging lang sa akin tong race na to this year. Kasi mas magagaling yung kalaban ko. And then kasi from 899 na bike ko, Panigale.
To 1,000.
Oh, to 1,000. I'm getting kasi 1299. So, mas
Ibang
sa
competition
liter bike
yan,
na, ibang competition na.
Then
So,
you're going up to the novice category.
yes.
So, sino yung nakikita natin matinding competitor natin dyan?
Hindi ko pa alam, marami din yan.
Ayan. So, Sir Rally, maybe invites para sa mga ciclistas natin na nandyan. Showroom, paano nila makikita itong showroom natin?
Well, we want to invite you guys sa Ducati flagship here in 222 Katipunan Avenue, White Plains. We're open 6 days a week. Check out the Moto Cafe.
Yeah. So Facebook.
We have a Ducati Philippines. It's all over. So you'll see it. Instagram, Twitter. Yes.
Okay, for your racing career, baka gusto mong i-invite sila manood ng Ducati Cup?
April.
Yeah, if you guys follow Ducati Philippines sa Facebook or Instagram, makikita nila yung mga schedule ng races namin this year.
Starts in April.
Yeah. So, ayun. Be updated. Just
Yes.
check our
It's fun.
Facebook and Instagram.
It's fun.
Sige. So, maraming salamat, Sir Dominic. Thank you very much.
Thank
Sir
you.
Ali.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
sir.
very much, sir. Ayan. So, mga siklistas,
Future champ.
kausap natin.
Thank
We
you.
just have a conversation with Sir Rally Zamora and Dominic Roque. So, this is Coffee Talk. Balik sa inyo, mga siklistas. At para sa ating bike review, nagpunta tayo ng Harley Davidson of Manila.
Yes, oo. At sinubukan natin yung bago nilang labas na 750. Ito yung tinatawag nilang HD Street 750.
Ang ganda niyan.
Actually, ito, tinesting natin yung handling niya, yung kung paano niya iliko, paano siya i-handle. Talaga namang masasabi natin na this is one bike na pwede mong pagsimulan if you're going to use the Harley Davidson. Ayan. So, panoorin nyo kung anong ginawa namin dyan. Nandito po tayo ngayon sa Harley Davidson Motorcycles Manila kung saan ito ang Street 750. Nagkaroon tayo ng chance na matest ride ang motor na ito at talagang masasabi ko po sa inyo, it has the spirit of the Harley Davidson. It's a 750cc and it's a liquid-cooled motorcycle. So, dinesign siya sa kadalasan traffic sa ating city, no? So, if you can see, napakaganda ng kanyang color. It's a black teardrop tank. It's like a black canvas na mapapansin nyo, it has a cast aluminum wheels, machining po yung gilid niya. So, the front brakes is very nimble, okay siyang gamitin. Then, the rear brake is also a rotor disc. Siyempre, kadalasan na trademark ng Harley Davidson, it has a belt-driven. So, iba siya sa mga ibang motorsiklo, no? So, si Harley Davidson, pasok din yung kanyang engine, which is a V-twin. And as you can see, the muffler is also Harley Davidson talaga. So it's a genuine Harley Davidson motorcycle designed for street riding, on and off. Pwede kayong mag-stop and go. Definitely the Harley Davidson 750 is a good bike to own. Ciclistas, together with me is Mr. Kevin Bariga. He is the service manager of Harley Davidson Manila. So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, sir. To tell us more about the Street 750, sir, ano ang special feature ng Street 750?
It has a X-Revolution engine na ginagamit ng VRAD. It was designed by collaboration by Porsche and Harley Davidson to produce a nimble torque and with a quick response when you need it in gridlock traffics.
So mga stop and go to, no, sa ating city driving, no. So sir, this is a liquid cooled engine, right?
Yes, it's a twin cooled. That means air cooled and at the same time it's liquid cooled.
Okay. So talagang pang-design siya for city driving. Then as we can see, sir, the tank is a teardrop shape. So mga ilang liters na laman nito?
Well, it's a 3.5 gallons capacity. And ang kanyang mileage is around 20 kilometers per liter.
Wow, that's a very very safe fuel saver talaga for city driving. So, it is a carburetor or an EFI?
An EFI engine.
Where can we find the Street 750, sir?
Well, you can find it in Harley Davidson of Manila, located in EDSA San Juan, Green Hills.
Okay, so Ciclista, so we have it, the twin disc brake Harley-Davidson, 3.5 gallon fuel tank. We have the Revolution X engine. It's a trademark of the Harley-Davidson. And as you can see, we tested it, we rode it. It's your chance to ride one of these. So thank you very much, Sir Kevin. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. And back to you, Ciclistas. Yan po ang Harley-Davidson X Street 750.
Ang ganda nun, ha?
Ang ganda, sobra.
Bagay na bagay sa'yo. Japorms mo, papi, rock and roll.
At saka alam mo ba, Papa Mel, Papa Telly, ito yung isa sa pinaka-affordable na motor ng Harley-Davidson. Sa yung mga gustong magbumili at magkaroon ng Harley-Davidson, ito na yung pagkakataon yung bumili ng HD Street 750.
Yan. So pag-usapan naman natin, Paps, ang isa pang bike feature natin. Ito naman yung tinatawag na Kymco Agility 125. So panoorin nyo to. Ginamit po natin ang Kymco Agility RS125 kung saan ito ay tinesting natin paakyat ng Antipolo City. Mapapansin po natin ang special features ng Agility RS125. Tignan po natin ang specification ng kanyang makina. Ang makina po niya ay AC 1-cylinder 4S 2-valve overhead cam. Ibig sabihin po nito, meron po siyang dalawang barbula at ang kanyang camshaft ay overhead. Pansinin po natin ang kanyang displacement. Ito po ay merong cubic centimeter na 124.9. Output and RPM horsepower, kaya niya mag-generate ng 9.6 Nm at 7,500 RPM. Pagdating po sa cooling system, ito po ay forced air. Ibig sabihin po nito mga siklistas, ang kanyang air cooling system ay mapapansin nyo yung LEC sa gilid niya. Yun po yung pinapatakbo ng fan. So it is a forced air cooling system. Pagdating po sa ignition, paano paandar ng Agility RS125? Pwede mong gamitin ng electric starter or yung kanyang backup na kick starter. Pagdating sa gearbox, it is an automatic CVT, which means it is a continuous variable transmission. Pagdating sa chassis, steel po ito. And pagdating naman sa suspension, in front we have the telescopic fork. Pagdating naman sa likod, ito is a dual suspension. Pagdating naman sa braking department natin, we have the front brake, which is a disc rotor. Kung mapapansin, mas maganda po talaga ang disc brake ang harapan. Pero pagdating po sa likuran, medyo nahihinaan ako ng konti dahil ito po ay drum brake. Pagdating po sa gulong, the handling is smooth kasi po yung kanyang tires are 120 by 70 na nasa 12-inch diameter rim. Sa pagdating naman sa likuran, mas malapad ng konti dahil ito ay naka 130 by 70 at naka-angkla rin ito sa tinatawag na 12-inch diameter na mag wheels. Pagdating sa fuel capacity, kaya mo niya maglaban ng full tank na 4 na litro. Sa bigat po niya is 105 kilograms. Gaya ng instrumentation natin, meron siyang speedometer at may odometer kung saan makikita nyo kung gaano nakalayo ang tinakbo nyo. Kitang-kita naman siya. So mapapansin nyo kung focus na yung gasolina o hindi. Makikita nyo po ang Kymco Agility RS125 sa lahat po ng Kymco dealer. Para naman sa special feature ng Agility RS125, ito ay bukod sa smooth shifting CVT automatic transmission at a 1.4.5cc 4-stroke engine, ito naman ay merong speedometer at odometer at fuel gauge pagdating po sa information ng rider. So pagdating sa under seat storage, kasya po ang isang standard na full face helmet. Well, meron siyang 12,000 km or 1-year warranty, whichever comes first, sa mga lahat ng Kymco motorcycles na nandito po sa Pilipinas. At syempre po, ang kanyang upuan ay medyo mapapansin nyo kakaiba dahil kung long ride, pagdating sa riding stability, maganda po ang kanyang handling. At the same time, yung upuan niya, pag inangat ko po yung passenger seat, ay pwedeng maging sandalan ng rider. So yan po mga kaibigan, ang special feature ng Agility RS125 from Kymco. Well, there's another product from Kymco, the Agility 125 na talaga namang kakaibang scooter, urban scooter, pwedeng pang rock and roll kahit saan, pwede.
Oo. Alam mo ang Kymco, kilala talaga yan na magagaling gumawa ng scooters.
Oo, actually meron akong isang kaibigang rider friend, no. So binabati ko lang Sir Ayi kasi ikaw lang yung kilala ko may Agility 125. Actually nakita ko yung bike niya, nadala niya na ng Highest Point, Baguio. As in talaga siya, kahit siya lang mag-isa pumupunta doon.
Oh, alam mo, nagustuhan ko doon sa motor na yun, yung upuan sa likod, pwede gawin sandalan.
O yun nga nakita ko yun na pwede palang parang backrest sa likod.
Yes.
Pang long ride to.
Pang long ride.
Oo.
Kaya po, yan po yung Kimco Agility 125. Check out the nearest Kimco dealer sa area nyo. So ayan, mga sikliwistas, tatapos na naman isang oras ng ating balitaktakan, mga bagong events at mga bagong balita.
At syempre, no, abangan nyo kami sa susunod na episode namin kung saan ipapakita pa rin namin at ibang mga klase ng mga motor, mga events, at syempre yung ating mga tours, yung mga foods, abangan nyo yan.
O kaya dapat every week nakatuto kayo sa channel natin para malaman nyo kung ano ba mga bago sa mundo ng pagmumotor.
So visit our website at www.motorcyclonews.com.
Like our Facebook page, Motorcycle News Mag.
At syempre, if you have comments, suggestions, just email us at motorcyclenewsmagazine@gmail.com.
So muli mga siklistas, ako si Mel Aquino.
Ako si Titan Hawk.
Ako si Telly Buhay.
At ito ang
Motorcycle News Talk Show.
Here! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Woo! Welcome 2016!
Ano yung mga nautak na yan?
Motorcycle News is brought to you by
Hey, let's go shopping.
Again?
Yes.
Why?
I need a new dress.
We just bought one.
But I want to add more.
Add?
Yes, dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
Add?
Dress.
A dress!
Let's go.
The bike of the future is coming. Join the evolution.